Hey y'all, it's Joanna, and I love to DIY on a budget and make beautiful home decor. And if you like to sew, then catch me on Saturdays. Now, let's get crafty. Okay, so I got these patterns, and I downloaded pictures from Pinterest and on Google and searched them out and got them myself. So I have the sunflower middle, and I just printed them. I'll try to have a free printable for you, but I just cut them out, okay? And then the candy corn is just a block, and I'll try to remember to put lines in it, but my brain does not halfway work. But anyway, the pumpkin has a stem, but we're going to cut that off because you might leave yours on. That's up to you, but I ordered this trim, and it's because, hold on one second. That smells like, I love the Dollar Tree lacy ribbon, but this is way too wide. But it's really thick and close together. So I'm going to try to cut this and pray it doesn't unravel all over the place whenever I find an end to it. But I'll do that off camera. Otherwise, you'll see me looking crazy the whole time. What's that? Wait a minute, there it is. Ha 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 ha. But see how thick that is? So yeah, this would make a cute little stems for my doohankies here. And then for the apple, I'm going to be using a piece of jute with a knot tied in it. I'll just go ahead and tie the knot. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. Okay, these are going to be so cute. So I have a candy corn, a leaf, an apple, a gourd, an ear of corn, okay, an acorn. Now when you get your acorn, the free pattern, I don't know if you can see that, that light is trifling, but there's a line on it. You have to cut the line, okay, you'll cut on the line here, and then there's a 1/4 inch space. Now you can just cut the line, okay, that'll leave you more room to sew this to this. So we'll sew the top on the bottom like this right here. And then my candy corn, of course, we got to cut it in 3 pieces. So I'm going to cut these, but I don't have no space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I cut a little bit of leeway here to give me my seam allowance. I just, like I said, I got pictures off the internet, and this is the way we're doing it. So this is a sunflower middle, and this is a sunflower, and I got to cut this out because I was showing you what it's going to look like to cut it out, okay? You know what I might do? I might just take a piece of paper and just lengthen these for me. Just lengthen it and then glue it onto these so that I have my seam allowances. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do that because that just makes sense in my little mind, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just going to show you what I did in case I forget. You know what I done. So I just glued my pieces on and left a piece. See that? So I did that on all my edges. That way I'll know that that's my seam allowance. So I went in my candy and I got me some candy corns because I was trying to match the colors. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do my candy corn. Now I just have white muslin for the top, but this is how you're going to cut out your pieces. You're going to cut out 2 pieces. So I'm just going to fold this, and I'm going to lay my top because that's white. And I do have to pin it down because I'm not good with a rotary cutter. If you are, do it to it. I can't do it, so I'm not going to try. So I'm just going to pin them down. And then, ouch, my needles, my pins are so sharp. Okay, so I'm going to pin them all down. So, same way with the bottom is yellow. Cut your bottom out and then cut my middle out. When I get all my pieces cut out with my fabrics here, I have a ton of fabric, see? But y'all don't have to witness me doing all that because that's tragic. It takes a while. So I'm going to eat my candy corn now that I know what this looks like and cut these out, okay? I failed to mention that I need to tell you that when you do cut your fabrics out, cut them pretty sides out, wrong sides together. okay? So you want your pretty sides out, and then you're going to put your pattern down on that, okay? Because that's what we're going to be cutting. So, yeah. Look, y'all, this was going to be the death of me. So I just drew it on. Can y'all see that? I hope you can. Let me get past the lights. I don't know what you can see. Oh, yeah, you can see it. I see it. So, yeah. So I drew that on with my Frixion pen, and now I'm going to cut it out because I was going to cut all my little petals off if I didn't. So I just wanted to show y'all that, okay? Y'all, it's raining. I hope you can hear me. It's raining. My air's on. Everything's working against me, but I had to use my teeny tiny scissors to cut one side and then go in and cut the other, cut the one, you know, just go in and out, zigzag. I cut it out and then did it little by little and finally got it. This thing will probably be the death of me trying to sew it, but we'll see. I gotta finish cutting the rest of these out. Okay, so I'm sewing on Granny today. But I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. This curled up on me, so yeah, we'll just see how that's going because it's kind of shredding. But I gotta take my acorn apart, and I want this don't really matter. It really doesn't. Neither one of these do. But we're gonna take a piece. We're gonna put it up here. And I'm going to sew this straight across, okay? And since it's curling, I'm going to pin it because I don't want it to move. And then, let me see. Let me do this one first because I won't know which way to do the other one. So I'm just running it. These are very short, like 1/8, seriously, because this is a little foot here on Granny of a stitch. So I'm going to sew it on. Don't forget the back stitch. Alright, now I'm going to leave this on the outside just because I'm going to give it some character. Now tip, y'all, if you cut your threads off when you're at the machine, all machines have a thread cutter, it'll be less time over yonder putting them together, okay? So I'm going to put, now that I have this one, you can do it like this if you want to. That's up to you. I want the frayed. It's all going to be frayed edged. So I'm going to fray edge and put all my seams to the outside. Okay. So this one's on this way. Let me stitch this on real quick. There's my trusty iron. Don't you love it? Why am I putting thread in there? I have a thread catcher over here. That goes over to my embroidery machine. I don't even know what I'm doing with my life, y'all. Okay, so we have these two together. We have these two done. So now we have to pin them and hope they match. You don't have to pin, you can clip if you want to, whatever makes your heart happy. I'm just a pinner, okay? I'm a pinner. And I really don't think that was the right edge. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's coming out. I didn't pull it. You have to bear with me. Now when I'm sewing this, I'm gonna leave a piece open on the side right here to stuff it, okay? Because these are going to be bowl fillers, so we have to have stuffing in them. You could do it at the top, wherever you want to do it. I think it'd be easier, since this is so flimsy, to do it on the side of this thicker fabric. So I'm going to start on the edge here, and I'm just going to leave 1/4 of an edge all the way around. Sorry, my thread is giving me fits. Now on this, I'm gonna try to just put that straight up. Make sure everything is matching, because, yeah. I'm going to stop here, needle down, raise my foot and pivot, go up, needle down, pivot, needle down, pivot. Go down here, needle down, pivot. That makes it so much easier. When you go around a curve, slow down. Again, I'm going to, well, it don't matter. And back stitch. If you don't leave enough room, it's easy to fix. You just open it with a seam ripper, because I didn't leave enough room, y'all. I got carried away. I'll have to open that up with a seam ripper. Well, let me show you what I do. The same thing with the candy corn. Just layer those together, okay? Now, the sunflower, I had to number these in case I cut it wrong. So there's 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, okay? So I'm going to take one off. I'm going to center my piece right here, okay, the best I can. Ain't got to be perfect. Now I'm going to sew this around, but I'm going to leave a piece open to stuff this a little bit as well as this, okay? So I'm going to go around and start here. Y'all, my youngest daughter just started working in a sewing factory, and y'all, that makes my heart so happy. I'm so proud. I taught her when she was she was very young. She was homeschooled, so she was here with me sewing when I had my business selling kids clothes and stuff. So she helped me. She helped me on, I didn't even realize, she helped me on my first surgery I had, and she helped me on my, and I'm going to match the 1, the 2, and the 3, because that's where it came from. And then I'm probably going to lose my mind trying to go around, stop, and if y'all want to see me do that, yeah, I'll just let you see me go crazy here. But anyway, she worked on my serger. She serged when I didn't have a serger and had to use my sewing machine as a serger. And y'all, I totally forgot. She embroidered on my embroidery machine, on my little baby lock embroidery sewing thing. I forgot, but she is now sewing. Oh my goodness, she makes all kinds of things. She's using industrial machines now, and I'm just so proud of her. I mean, y'all probably don't care. Y'all probably don't care at all, but I had to share because I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her. I love it. Anyway, I ain't gonna do every one of them. I'm not gonna do every one of them. But if you want to skip me doing this, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do with this. Okay, this is the only other thing. Well, no, I gotta tell you what to do with these right here. So these are the husks of my corns. Why did I pull that out? So I am going to, these are just 2 fabrics. I'm not, they're going to be kind of floppy, I guess. And I'm just using 2 pieces of fabric. And I'm going to go around each piece of fabric. And then I'm going to sew lines through here like a husk would be. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do with that. And then I'm just going to sew my corn and make sure you leave an opening. And then my leaf, I'll do the same way. And then on these, on this and the pumpkin, okay, before I sew it, I'm going to put this right down in there. And when I cut this, it didn't fray. I'll put maybe a hot glue or something on there, but I'm just going to put these in there, and I'm just going to sew right over them, leaving an opening, and I'm going to do the same thing to the pumpkin. And then on my apple, I took this piece that I tied a knot in, okay, and I'm going to put that right down in the middle here of my apple. And I am going to, that's my little apple stem, and it looks a little long, so I'm going to just put it way down in there. Put it way down in there, and then, yeah, then I'll sew around this one. So that's all I'm doing, is sewing around all these. I wondered why that wouldn't go. On these vintage machines, if you can see this, this is your reverse. You lift it up to reverse, and that puts your feed dogs the other way, and then down to sew, and you can lengthen your stitches by this right here, lengthen and shorten by tightening this, and then it will tighten it where it needs to go. And I forgot to put it all the way back down, so my stitches were so tiny, and I was like, what in the world is going on? And I forgot. But anyway, you see the tragedy of this right here. You may not even want to do a sunflower, or if you do, find a more sparse sunflower with less petals, and that will lessen your aggravation. But I'm going to go ahead and sew these, and you don't have to watch my struggles because it's probably going to be boring. So I'll be back when I get these done, okay? And I just want to tell you, make sure when you stuff, and I had to open up a lot of my holes because me and Granny got carried away. But when you go to stuff, use little pieces, especially in these leaves, and shove them down in the little nooks and crannies in here, okay? Because otherwise it'll be a little flat. Now I'm not stuffing these a whole bunch because I'm going to be stitching over it, okay? Now you don't have to do this, but I've got Granny, and honey, she can go through anything. But if you don't have an industrial machine, you might not want to do this. Or you can actually put batting in this, you know, quilt batting, and do them that way. And then you could put your lines in it. But see how you're just leaving that just a little bit puffy, okay? That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing, okay? And this is my corn shucks things. So I did that on both of them. And that's going to be for my corn. Let me finish stuffing my stuff. Okay, so if you have to stuff this, you do not have to stuff this. Or you can stuff this and not stuff this. That's up to you, okay? So since I did stuff it, I am going to have to stitch this hole closed by hand. Blah. I hate sewing by hand. But anyway, I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to do a back stitch. So I'm going to go this way, okay? And I'll cut that off in a minute. So I'm going to go back where that was and go up some. Okay, just a little bit. And then I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to clip my string so you can see, okay? This is just like a sewing machine. Why can I not talk? A sewing machine stitch. Okay, so you see where I have that now? I'm going to go back in this stitch and go a little bit ahead of that stitch. I hope you can see. I really do. Now I'm going to go back in this stitch where that is, right here, okay, and I'm going to go in there and go up a little further, and then when you pull, you have, see how my stitches are looking just like these stitches, okay? So go back down to this stitch, go in front of the stitch you just had, and pull. I didn't say I didn't know how to sew by hand. I just don't like it. Now, had I known that it was going to look like this when it was all stuffed, y'all, I ain't never did these before, you know what I'm saying? I had no idea. Then, yeah. And when I said earlier, I was thinking when I was sewing about sparse, finding one more sparse. I don't know if I said that right. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. So now that I'm at this end, I meant one with fewer petals, not so close together. I'm just going to simply tie this off, okay? I'm going to take all of these. See my little pumpkin dents? I love it. I love it. So I'm going to clip. I want to angle that, but I'm afraid it will come apart. I'm going to start clipping because you know I'm going to rag these up, okay? Clip around, but don't clip your thread, all right? Oh my gourd. Look at this. Look at this thing. This is the gourd. I got this one all nice. Look at this. It looks like a curvy road here in Tennessee, honey. I don't even know. Look at it. I don't even know if you see it. It looks so silly, but oh well. It's okay. It's a gourd. So I'm going to clip all these, okay? Oh, there's my leaf. I put the little lines in the leaf. Yeah, cute. Cute, cute, cute. If y'all are new to my channel, this is how I rag my stuff. After I clip my edges, see here, then I take my brush. Oh, I didn't clip around it, but I'll do that in a minute. But I'll take my brush, and I got this from the Dollar Tree. You can use any kind, toothbrush, whatever. And I just scrape into it, okay? Into it, and then that rags my fabric after you clip it. It does work best if you clip it, in all honesty. And so, yeah. So I'm gonna do this with all of my little things there and kind of country them up, okay? Okay, it's raining and I'm sorry, but this is what I'm gonna do with this stuff, okay? I'm going to decorate it just a little bit. Now I'm going to take these, and I'm going to take my husks, and I'm going to glue it. I'm not sewing, I'm gluing. And then I'm going to glue it to this, to the front here, okay? So I'm just going to wrap it around the edge here, just a little bit. Just putting a little bit of glue here. Just scoot this to me, good grief, it's way down there. Alright, now you can flop this over and glue that if you want to. I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to put this one on. I'm going to do the same thing. Just apply a little bit of glue back here. Put it on and then fold it over. Trying to cover up this down here, but I didn't make it, and I didn't make it back there either. I'm not even, that's for sure. Just hot glue, y'all. Just hot glue. That's it. Now I could do that like that. That looks better. Now my whole bottom came off. My glue gun. My life is stressful today, I'm telling you. I got strings everywhere. So I'm going to do the same to the other side, okay? Just folding that in and then gluing it. So there's my little corn. Ain't the best, but hey, I've not done these before, okay? And I did get these off the internet, so yeah. So I have a huge bow somewhere right here. So I'm just going to take this bow and I'm going to glue this bow right in the middle, or up the top of my pumpkin here. So that's that. I did cut those at an angle and it didn't hurt them. I don't know if I said that or not. I can't remember what I say and what I don't say. So I cut off a square of fabric, but it's a little too big for me. But I really wanted to put a patch on this. I'm old school. I like my patches and my buttons. I can't help it, y'all. It's just what that's how I learned to craft, you know. You don't stray away from things sometimes, and it sticks with you. So yeah, this just stuck with me. So I'm just gonna take and I'm gonna put a little patch down here, and I'm gonna add a cute little button right there. And yeah, so that's that one. I think that's cute. So now if it was me and I had it in here, I would so grunge this up. I wouldn't leave it this bright at all, especially with the rest of this decor, you know. I mean, maybe this and this, I don't know, but it's bright to me. So I'll probably go in with some antique wax or some Tim Holtz distressing ink, and I'll probably dirty that up just a smidge, you know, just because this is just not my style. But I'm gonna put a patch on this as well. They're all just gonna be matchy here because they're going in the same thing. So here they are, and they're all finished. I added a twine bow to all of them except the sunflower. I put buttons on the sunflower, and of course I had to grunge them up with my vintage photo distressed oxide. But there's a close-up look. There's the apple. I put my little buttons with my patches on there. I love that sunflower. That's probably my favorite. And I'm not sure if that looks like corn or a banana. But anyway, there it is. There it is. There's my acorn and my pumpkin. I don't have a bowl per se, but yeah. But anyway, there they are. Thank you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I have some of the best subscribers ever. I just want y'all to know that. Until next time, remember, you are a blessing. Goodbye.